Imagine you're standing at the edge of a vast ocean. The waves are crashing against the shore. The wind is powerful, and you feel both exhilarated and a bit intimidated by the enormity of what's in front of you. You have a choice. You can stay on the shore, safe and comfortable, or you can dive into the unknown, embracing the adventure ahead. I want you to think of this moment as the beginning of your journey, a journey toward transformation, growth, and the life you've always dreamed of. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds like another motivational speech, but I'm not here to just talk at you. I'm here to inspire you to take action, to change your life just like Tony Robbins has done for millions of people around the world. Tony Robbins has spent his life helping people break through their limitations and step into their fullest potential. He teaches us that we have the power to change our lives, that we can create the future we want, no matter where we are starting from. And it all begins with one simple but incredibly powerful decision, the decision to take control of your life. When I look back at my own journey, I remember a time when I was stuck. I was drifting, unsure of how to move forward. But I had a pivotal moment, one of those aha moments that Tony Robbins talks about. I realized that the only thing standing between me and my dreams was my own mindset, my own beliefs. I had been playing small because I didn't believe I could do more, be more, achieve more. And that's the first lesson Tony Robbins teaches us. Your beliefs shape your reality. The way you think, the way you speak to yourself, and the way you see the world, all of that impacts your ability to achieve success. If you believe you're destined for greatness, if you believe that your best days are ahead of you, then nothing will be able to stop you. Tony Robbins says the only limit to your impact is your imagination and commitment. That means the only thing holding you back from creating the life you desire is the limit you place on your own mind. If you can dream it, if you can imagine it, you can achieve it. But it starts with the decision to believe in yourself and to take that first step. So I'm asking you right now, are you ready to take that step? Are you ready to stop waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect conditions, or the perfect timing? Because here's the truth. The perfect moment is now. There is no better time than this to begin your journey. And the moment you commit to this journey, your life will begin to shift in ways you can't even imagine. Remember what Tony Robbins always says, the path to success is to take massive, determined action. You don't have to have everything figured out right now. You don't have to know exactly how everything will unfold. But you do have to start. The only way to achieve anything worthwhile is to take action. And that's what we're going to talk about today, how to unlock the power within you and start taking action. How to step into your greatness, embrace your potential, and create the life you deserve. This isn't about dreaming big. This is about living big. This is about stepping into the person you were always meant to be. So let's take that first step together. Are you ready? When you look at successful people who have truly transformed their lives, what do you notice about them? Is it their skills, their knowledge, their resources? No, it's their decisions. Tony Robbins teaches us that the quality of your life is determined by the quality of your decisions. Every great transformation, every breakthrough, every success story starts with one critical moment, the decision to change. Think about it for a moment. Your life today is the result of the decisions you've made up until this point. The job you have, the relationships you're in, the body you live in, It's all a reflection of your past decisions. But here's the incredible truth. The moment you make a decision to change, you shift the entire trajectory of your life. Tony Robbins says, "It is in your moments of decision that your destiny is shaped." And let me tell you, this isn't just some motivational phrase. This is a powerful truth. The moment you decide to change, you change the course of your future. You're no longer a victim of circumstance. You're no longer waiting for life to happen to you. You become the creator of your reality. But here's the catch. Most people hesitate to make decisions. They overthink, they doubt themselves, and they get paralyzed by fear. They think they need all the answers before they take action. But the truth is, you'll never have all the answers up front. You'll never know exactly how everything will unfold. But that's okay, because when you make a committed decision, you activate a force within you that will help you find the way. One of Tony Robbins' most powerful teachings is that the decision itself is more important than the how. When you really decide that you will succeed, you automatically begin to tap into resources, ideas, and opportunities that you never saw before. You shift your focus to solutions instead of problems. You open up to new possibilities. I'll tell you, in my own life, I've experienced moments where I didn't know the how, where I didn't have the roadmap to success. But I had something even more powerful, the decision to move forward no matter what. I didn't know all the steps, but I knew I would find them. And that decision was the key to unlocking everything that followed. Decisions are like a muscle. They get stronger the more you use them. And just like any muscle, they need training. The more you practice making decisions with confidence, the easier it becomes. The more you trust yourself, the quicker you can move past doubt and into action. So I want to ask you, what decision are you avoiding right now? What part of your life are you holding back from because you haven't made that commitment to change? Right now, I want you to make a decision that you will no longer wait for things to change, a decision that you will take control of your destiny, a decision that, no matter how uncertain the future may seem, you are willing to step forward and embrace it. Tony Robbins reminds us that your life changes the moment you make a new, congruent, and committed decision. So right now, let's make that decision. Let's commit to creating the future we want. One of the most common obstacles that holds people back from reaching their potential is fear. It's the silent force that whispers in your ear, telling you that you're not good enough, that you're not capable, and that your dreams are too big. Tony Robbins often says, the only thing that's keeping you from getting what you want is the story you keep telling yourself. That story, those limiting beliefs, are the very thing that prevents you from moving forward. But here's the truth. Fear and limiting beliefs are not facts. They are simply stories that we have convinced ourselves to believe. Think about the first time you learned to ride a bike. You were probably terrified. You thought you'd fall. You thought you'd fail. You thought it wasn't even possible. But the moment you got on that bike and kept pedaling, you realized something. The fear wasn't as powerful as you thought. It was just an illusion holding you back from something you could do. The same is true in every area of life. Whether it's starting a new business, speaking in public, or even asking for what you want, you'll encounter fear. But fear is simply an emotion. It's not a reality. And the best part? You can train your mind to overcome it. Tony Robbins teaches us that fear is simply a reaction to the unknown. It's our brain's way of protecting us from potential danger. But when you start taking action in spite of that fear, you reprogram your brain. You begin to associate new experiences with courage, with growth, and with success. Fear loses its power over time. When I first started, I was terrified. I was afraid of failing, afraid of judgment, afraid of making mistakes. But over time, I realized that fear wasn't something to be avoided. It was something to be embraced. Fear is a sign that you're growing, that you're stepping outside your comfort zone, and that you're on the path to something bigger than yourself. You see, limiting beliefs come from the stories we tell ourselves. We tell ourselves we're not smart enough, not talented enough, or not worthy enough to achieve our goals. But what if that's all just a lie? What if those beliefs are the only thing standing between you and the success you're capable of? Tony Robbins teaches us that the most successful people don't let their fears or limiting beliefs control them. Instead, they recognize them, face them head-on, and move through them. They understand that growth happens when you push through discomfort. And that's where the magic happens on the other side of fear. Ask yourself, what's the story you've been telling yourself? What beliefs are keeping you stuck in the same place over and over again? Today, I challenge you to rewrite that story. Challenge those beliefs. Don't let fear hold you back anymore. The next time fear rears its ugly head, remind yourself of this truth. Fear is not real. It's just a signal that you're on the verge of something great. Step into that fear, embrace it, and watch how your life begins to transform. Now that we've talked about the importance of decision and overcoming fear, let's address something even more crucial to success: consistent action. It doesn't matter how many books you read, how many seminars you attend, or how many motivational speeches you listen to. None of it will matter unless you take consistent, focused action toward your goals. Tony Robbins often emphasizes the path to success is to take massive, determined action. It's not enough to have a vision or to be inspired in a moment of motivation. Success is built upon action, and action must be taken every single day. Think about a goal you've had in your life, a dream that you want to achieve. Maybe it's starting your own business, getting in shape, or building meaningful relationships. The first step is easy. You get excited. You set the goal, and you tell yourself, this is it. This is the year I'm going to make it happen. But then comes the hard part, the follow-through. It's easy to get fired up at the start, but it's the consistent action, day in and day out, that creates lasting results. You see, success isn't just a one-time event. It's a series of small actions compounded over time that lead to big results. Let me share something personal with you. In the beginning of my own journey, I would often get discouraged. I'd take a few steps forward, then face a setback, and feel like I wasn't making progress. But the truth is, it wasn't the setbacks that were holding me back. It was my lack of consistency. I'd get excited for a while, then lose momentum. But when I finally understood the power of consistent action, when I realized that success wasn't about doing something big once, but about doing something small every single day, that's when everything changed. Tony Robbins says, "The only limit to your impact is your imagination and commitment." The key word here is commitment. Are you committed to showing up every day, regardless of how you feel, regardless of the obstacles you face? Are you committed to taking action even when you don't see immediate results? This is where most people fall short. They expect results too quickly. They think that after a week, a month, or even a few months, they should have everything figured out. But success doesn't happen overnight. It's the product of consistent, persistent action over a long period of time. The secret to consistent action is simple. Focus on progress, not perfection. You don't need to get everything right from the start. What matters is that you're moving forward every day, even if it's just a small step. You build momentum, and that momentum becomes unstoppable. Tony Robbins talks about the importance of setting up rituals, daily habits that will move you toward your goals, no matter how small. Whether it's waking up early to plan your day, reading for 15 minutes every morning, or taking time to exercise, these small rituals build the foundation for success. So here's my challenge to you. Right now, identify one area of your life where you can take consistent action. It could be as simple as sending one email a day to move your business forward, or spending 30 minutes each morning working on your personal development. The key is consistency. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, but that step has to be followed by another and another and another. It's those small steps that over time lead to massive transformation. As you continue on your journey toward success, you'll quickly realize that it's not just about what you do, but how you feel. Your emotions play a powerful role in your ability to achieve your goals. If you let your emotions control you, they can hold you back, sabotage your progress, and prevent you from reaching your true potential. But here's the good news. You can learn to master your emotions. You don't have to be at the mercy of your moods. You don't have to let anger, fear, or doubt control your actions. In fact, Tony Robbins teaches us that emotional mastery is one of the most important skills you can develop on the path to success. Tony often says the quality of your life is the quality of your emotions. What he means by this is simple. Your emotions shape the way you experience life. If you're constantly feeling stressed, frustrated, or overwhelmed, you'll see the world through a lens of negativity. But if you can shift your emotions, change the way you respond to challenges, and train yourself to stay positive and focused, your whole life will change. One of the most powerful techniques Tony Robbins teaches is something he calls state management. Your emotional state determines your energy, your focus, and your ability to perform at your best. And you have the power to change your state at any moment. You don't have to let circumstances dictate how you feel. Instead, you can take control of your emotional state and choose how to respond. Think about it for a moment. How do you feel when you're in a great emotional state? You feel energized, focused, confident, and unstoppable. But when you're in a negative emotional state, when you're stressed, anxious, or frustrated, it becomes almost impossible to take effective action. That's why mastering your emotions is so important. When you learn to control your emotional state, you can perform at your highest level, no matter what's happening around you. You can stay calm in the face of pressure, you can stay focused in the face of distractions, and you can stay positive even when things aren't going your way. One of the most effective ways to master your emotions is through something Tony Robbins calls changing your physiology. When you're feeling low or stressed, simply changing your posture, breathing deeply, and moving your body can instantly change your emotional state. When you stand tall, take deep breaths and smile. Even if it's just for a moment, you'll begin to feel more empowered, more energized, and more in control. Another powerful tool Tony teaches is using incantations. These are affirmations that you say with energy, emotion, and conviction. They're not just words, they're a declaration of your power and your purpose. By repeating incantations, you program your mind to focus on the positive, to shift your emotional state, and to remind yourself of your strength. So ask yourself, what emotions are holding you back? What negative patterns are you repeating in your life? Are you allowing fear, doubt, or frustration to control your actions? If so, it's time to take control. It's time to master your emotions and elevate your state. Remember, emotional mastery doesn't happen overnight. It takes practice, awareness, and commitment. But as you begin to change your emotional state, you'll notice that your results begin to change as well. You'll feel more confident, more motivated, and more capable of handling whatever life throws at you. Tony Robbins reminds us, when you are in a peak state, there is nothing you cannot do. So take control of your emotions. Master your state, and watch how your life transforms. In this journey toward transformation, there's one critical skill that will determine whether you succeed or fail. Focus. Focus is the key that unlocks the door to your potential. It's what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who get stuck in a cycle of inaction and frustration. Tony Robbins often says, where focus goes, energy flows. What does that mean? It means that the direction in which you focus your attention determines the results you get. If you focus on your problems, your struggles, or your fears, that's where your energy will go, and that's what you'll attract more of into your life. But if you focus on your goals, your solutions, and the steps you can take right now, that's where your energy will flow, and that's what will create the success you desire. Think about your own life for a moment. When you're focused, you're unstoppable. You're clear on your goals. You're confident in your ability to achieve them, and you're moving forward with purpose. But when you lose focus, when you start getting distracted, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, frustrated, and stuck. The key to success is learning how to control where you place your focus. Tony Robbins teaches us that we can't control everything that happens around us. We can't control the economy, other people's actions, or unexpected events. But we can control where we focus our attention. One of the most powerful ways to sharpen your focus is by setting clear, specific goals. Tony Robbins encourages us to create a vision for our lives. A vision that is so clear and compelling that it pulls us toward it every single day. The more specific you can be about what you want to achieve, the easier it will be to stay focused on that goal. But here's the thing, your goals are not just things you write down and forget about. They must become your obsession. You must think about them every day, visualize them, and feel the excitement of achieving them. When you focus on your goals with unwavering commitment, the universe begins to align itself with your vision. Another strategy Tony Robbins uses to maintain focus is the practice of chunking. This means breaking down large, overwhelming tasks into smaller, manageable steps. Instead of thinking about everything you need to do to reach your goal, focus on the next immediate action. What can you do right now to move one step closer? By focusing on the small steps, you'll maintain clarity and avoid feeling overwhelmed by the bigger picture. One powerful exercise Tony recommends is the Hour of Power, a morning routine that helps you set your focus for the day. By spending just 60 minutes every morning to set your intentions, visualize your goals, and take action toward your vision, you'll create momentum that will carry you through the rest of the day. This small but consistent ritual can make all the difference in your success. When I look back at my own journey, I realized that one of the biggest reasons I succeeded was because I kept my focus locked in on the prize. No matter what distractions came my way, I stayed committed to my vision. And that commitment, combined with unwavering focus, led to incredible results. So what's your vision? What do you want to achieve in your life? Right now, take a moment to get crystal clear on your goals. Where are you focusing your energy? Are you focused on what you want, or are you letting distractions pull you away from your purpose? Tony Robbins reminds us, the quality of your life is determined by where you focus your energy. So make the decision right now to focus on your future, on your goals, and on the actions that will take you there. Because when you do, you'll be amazed at how quickly everything falls into place. As you pursue success, one of the most powerful tools you can use to keep your momentum high and your mindset strong is gratitude. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle, the goals, the deadlines, the achievements, and forget to pause and appreciate where you are right now. But Tony Robbins teaches us that gratitude is not just a feel-good emotion. It's a key to unlocking more abundance, happiness, and success in our lives. Tony often says, gratitude is the antidote to fear and anger. It's true. When you focus on what you're thankful for, your mind shifts from scarcity to abundance, from fear to courage, and from negativity to positivity. Gratitude instantly transforms your perspective and opens you up to new opportunities. Think about the last time you truly felt grateful for something. Maybe it was for a small act of kindness, a moment of peace, or a personal achievement. When you feel gratitude, don't you feel lighter, more energized, more hopeful? That's the power of gratitude at work. Gratitude isn't just something to do when things are going well. It's something you must cultivate even in the midst of challenges. In fact, it's during difficult times that gratitude is most powerful. When you focus on the blessings you have, no matter how small, it changes your energy. It reminds you that even in adversity, there is beauty, opportunity, and growth. Tony Robbins suggests keeping a gratitude journal where you write down at least 3 things you're grateful for every day. This simple practice shifts your focus from what's wrong in your life to what's right. It helps you cultivate an abundance mindset and makes you more resilient when things get tough. When I started practicing gratitude, it transformed my entire outlook on life. At first, it was hard to find things to be thankful for. I was focused on what I didn't have, on what I wanted to achieve, and on everything I hadn't yet done. But as I made gratitude a daily habit, I started to notice all the amazing things I was overlooking. The support from my friends and family, the lessons from my failures, the opportunities I had, and the simple joys of life. It shifted my focus from lack to abundance, and from that place of abundance I began to attract even more. Gratitude is also a powerful tool for strengthening relationships. When you show appreciation for others, whether it's a colleague, a mentor, or a loved one, you deepen your connection and build trust. People naturally gravitate toward those who express genuine gratitude, and this creates a positive cycle of support and collaboration. Tony Robbins also teaches us that the more we give, the more we receive. When you're in a state of gratitude, you naturally want to give back, to contribute, to help others, and to share your blessings. And in doing so, you create a cycle of abundance that benefits not only you, but everyone around you. So I want to challenge you today. Take a moment to pause and reflect on everything you have to be grateful for. What blessings can you acknowledge right now in your life? No matter how small they seem, recognize them. Be thankful for them. Because as you do, you'll start to notice more and more things to be grateful for. And the more gratitude you cultivate, the more success, happiness, and fulfillment you will attract. Remember, Tony Robbins reminds us, when you are grateful, fear disappears and abundance appears. So let's practice gratitude today and let it fuel your journey toward everything you want to create in your life. One of the most powerful principles that Tony Robbins teaches is the concept of taking full responsibility for your life. This means understanding that your current situation, good or bad, is the result of the choices you've made up until now. It's about realizing that you are in the driver's seat of your own life, and you have the power to change your circumstances at any moment. Tony says, the only thing that's keeping you from getting what you want is the story you keep telling yourself. And part of that story often includes blaming external circumstances, other people, or even the universe for your current situation. But in reality, the moment you take full responsibility for your life is the moment you unlock the power to change it. Taking responsibility means owning your choices, both the ones that led to success and the ones that led to failure. When you take responsibility, you stop playing the victim. You stop making excuses, and you stop waiting for someone or something else to fix your problems. You step into your personal power and realize that you are the author of your own story. It's easy to point fingers. It's easy to blame your upbringing, your lack of resources, or the people who've let you down. But what Tony Robbins teaches us is this: until you take full responsibility for everything in your life, your successes and your failures, you can't change anything. You'll be stuck in a cycle of excuses and inaction. When I reflect on my own journey, I realize that one of the most profound shifts I made was in accepting complete responsibility for my life. I stopped blaming external factors and started focusing on what I could control: my choices, my actions, and my mindset. And that's when things began to change. Taking responsibility isn't about beating yourself up for your past mistakes. It's about acknowledging that you have the power to change your future. It's about recognizing that you are not a passive participant in life. You are the creator of your reality. Tony Robbins calls this concept the ultimate power. When you accept responsibility, you stop being a victim of circumstances, and you become the victor of your own life. You become empowered to make the changes necessary to create the life you desire. So let's take a moment to reflect. What area of your life have you been avoiding responsibility for? What excuses have you been using to hold yourself back? It's time to stop waiting for the perfect moment or for someone else to fix things for you. You are the creator of your life, and the moment you accept responsibility for it is the moment you can begin to shape it in your favor. Remember, Tony Robbins often reminds us, it's not the events of our lives that shape us, but our beliefs about what those events mean. The events will happen, and some will be out of your control. But what you do with them, the way you respond to them, is completely up to you. Taking responsibility is the key to unlocking your personal power and creating the life you've always wanted. It's time to step up, take charge, and own your story. You've got this, In this journey toward greatness, one truth stands above all else. You will face adversity. There will be challenges, setbacks, and moments when life feels like it's testing you to your absolute limits. But here's the game changer. Adversity isn't the enemy. It's an essential part of the process. Tony Robbins teaches us that it's not the obstacles themselves that define us. It's how we choose to respond to them. Tony says, "The quality of your life is in direct proportion to the amount of uncertainty you can comfortably live with. Life is uncertain, unpredictable, and full of surprises. And while you can't control everything that happens to you, you have full control over how you react to it." It's not about avoiding adversity. It's about learning how to thrive through it. Think about a time when you faced a challenge. Maybe it was a financial setback, a personal loss, or a professional failure. In that moment, it may have felt like the world was against you. But you know what? You survived. You got through it. You learned from it, and you became stronger because of it. Tony Robbins has a powerful exercise where he asks people to reflect on their past struggles and realize that every one of those challenges led to a growth opportunity. Every obstacle is a stepping stone to a higher level of success. Think about it. Without those struggles, would you have developed the resilience you have now? Would you have learned the lessons that have shaped you into the person you are today? Adversity isn't something to fear. It's something to embrace. Every time you face a challenge, you are being tested. But you're also being given the chance to rise, to learn, and to become more than you were before. This is the power of adversity. Let me share something from my own experience. When I started my business, there were countless times I felt like giving up. The road was filled with obstacles, financial struggles, rejection, criticism, and self-doubt. There were days when I thought, maybe this isn't meant for me. Maybe I should quit. But then I remembered what Tony Robbins teaches. It's not the challenges that define you, it's how you respond to them. So I kept pushing forward. And little by little, those obstacles became lessons. Those challenges became opportunities. And as I overcame them, I grew. Tony Robbins reminds us that success isn't about avoiding failure. It's about embracing it and learning from it. Failure is just the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently. When you fail, you don't lose. You learn. You adjust your strategy. You refine your approach. And you come back stronger. So if you're facing a challenge right now, I want you to shift your mindset. Instead of seeing it as an obstacle, see it as an opportunity for growth. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this to become better, stronger, and more prepared for the next phase of my journey? The more you practice this mindset, the easier it becomes to turn adversity into fuel for your success. Remember, the moment you stop trying is the moment you fail, as Tony Robbins says, so keep going. No matter what challenges come your way, you have the strength to overcome them. You have the power to rise above them, and you will come out on the other side even stronger, more resilient, and more capable of achieving your dreams. We've talked about taking responsibility, mastering your emotions, maintaining focus, and embracing adversity. But there's one more critical aspect of success that we must address: creating lasting change in your life. It's one thing to make a temporary shift. It's another to transform your life permanently. And the secret to lasting change is not just motivation, it's conditioning. Tony Robbins often says, "The only limit to your impact is your imagination and commitment. If you're going to make lasting change, it requires both vision and a commitment to the process. Change is not easy, and it doesn't happen overnight. But with the right mindset and consistent effort, you can transform any area of your life. Here's the thing, most people start strong. They're excited about their goals, they're motivated, they're ready to take on the world. But motivation is fleeting. It doesn't last forever. The truth is, motivation is like a spark. It can ignite your fire, but it's the consistent actions you take that keep that fire burning. Tony Robbins teaches us that the key to creating lasting change is conditioning. Conditioning is the process of forming new habits that align with your goals. It's about building routines, behaviors, and mental patterns that support the life you want to create. You don't just wake up one day and decide to be successful. You condition yourself to be successful by taking small, consistent actions every day. Tony Robbins shares the example of his morning ritual, which he uses to set the tone for his day. It's a combination of exercise, gratitude, visualization, and goal setting, all designed to get his mind, body, and spirit in peak state. It's the daily practices that build the foundation for long-term success. This is where many people fail. They make a New Year's resolution. They get excited for a few days or weeks, but then life gets in the way. They fall back into old habits. The key is to stay consistent, no matter how small the action might seem. Every step, no matter how tiny, is progress. When I think about the times in my life when I experienced the most growth, it wasn't the grand moments. It was the small, consistent actions I took every single day. Whether it was reading, journaling, exercising, or practicing gratitude, these small habits compounded over time to create massive changes. So I challenge you to ask yourself, what habits are you building today? Are they supporting the life you want to create, or are they pulling you away from your goals? It's easy to say, I'll start tomorrow. But lasting change requires you to start today, right now. You have the power to take control of your habits and create the future you desire. Tony Robbins says, it's not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives. It's what we do consistently. So if you want to create lasting change, you must be willing to commit to consistent action. It's the small, everyday choices that will lead you to your extraordinary life. Your future is created by what you do today, not tomorrow. What you do today, no matter how small, will compound into the success you want to experience in the future. Every small habit, every choice, every action counts. Remember, change is not about trying harder. It's about conditioning your mind and body to act in alignment with your goals. You have the power to transform your life by making small, consistent changes every day. And as you do, you'll begin to see a massive shift in your results. When you look at the people who have achieved extraordinary success in any area of life, there's one thing they all have in common: belief. Belief is the foundation of everything. Without belief, you cannot take action. Without belief, you cannot persevere in the face of adversity. Without belief, you will always be stuck at the starting line. Tony Robbins teaches us that what you believe about yourself and the world around you shapes your reality. Tony often says the only limit to your impact is your imagination and commitment. But what's the foundation for that imagination and commitment? It's belief. Belief in yourself, in your vision, and in the possibilities that lie before you. Think about it. Every achievement begins with a belief. Whether it's a new business venture, a personal goal, or a massive life change, the first step is believing that it's possible. If you don't believe it can happen, you'll never take the first step. You'll never start. You'll never push through the challenges. Your belief is the fuel that propels you forward. But here's the thing. Belief isn't something that's just given to you. It's something you create. Tony Robbins emphasizes that beliefs are not facts. They're choices. They are stories you tell yourself. And you have the power to change those stories. You have the power to choose beliefs that empower you instead of limiting you. So ask yourself, what beliefs do you have about yourself? Are they beliefs that serve you, that lift you up, and that push you toward your goals? Or are they beliefs that hold you back, that tell you that you're not good enough, or that success is only for other people? The truth is, most of us were taught limiting beliefs from a young age. We were told things like, you can't be rich, that's not possible, or you're not good enough. But Tony Robbins teaches us that these beliefs are just stories, and they can be rewritten. You have the power to change your beliefs, to adopt new beliefs that serve your vision, and to take bold action because of them. When I was starting out, I had to face many of my own limiting beliefs. I didn't think I was qualified enough, experienced enough, or worthy enough to achieve the things I wanted. But then I realized something powerful. The only thing standing between me and success was my own belief. Once I started to believe that I was capable, once I started to believe that success was available to me, I began to take the actions that would lead me to it. Tony Robbins says, the most important decision you make is whether you believe you live in a friendly or hostile universe. This belief determines how you approach life. If you believe that life is friendly, that opportunities are everywhere, and that you're capable of handling anything that comes your way, you'll move through life with confidence and resilience. But if you believe that life is hostile, that success is out of reach, and that you're not enough, you'll struggle and hold yourself back. So today I want you to take a hard look at your beliefs. What beliefs are no longer serving you? What limiting beliefs are you holding on to that are keeping you stuck? It's time to challenge those beliefs. It's time to rewrite your story. Tony Robbins teaches us that the key to success is to adopt empowering beliefs that propel us toward our goals. Beliefs like, I am capable of anything, success is my destiny, and I have everything I need to succeed. These beliefs shape your reality and guide your actions. So what beliefs are you going to choose today? Are you going to choose beliefs that empower you to take massive action and create the life you've always wanted? Or are you going to stay stuck in the old beliefs that have been holding you back? Remember, your beliefs are not set in stone. They are choices. And the moment you change your beliefs is the moment your life can change forever. We've covered mindset, emotions, focus, and belief. But one of the most critical aspects of achieving success is taking action. And not just any action, massive action. Tony Robbins has said, the path to success is to take massive, determined action. Action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Without action, no amount of planning, strategy, or knowledge will ever lead to results. Tony often talks about the concept of committed action. It's not enough to take action half-heartedly or to wait until everything is perfect. You need to take massive action regardless of how you feel or what obstacles lie ahead. The difference between people who succeed and those who don't is this. Those who succeed take action, even when the path is unclear, even when they're uncertain about the outcome, and even when they face resistance. Think about it for a second. How many times have you known exactly what you needed to do, but just didn't do it? Maybe you hesitated, overthought, or waited for the perfect moment. But the truth is, the perfect moment doesn't exist. The only perfect moment is now. Tony Robbins often uses the metaphor of a car. Imagine you're driving a car in the dark. You can only see as far as your headlights allow you, but that's enough to keep moving forward. The key is to keep the car in motion. As you keep driving, you'll get more clarity, and the road ahead will gradually reveal itself. But if you stay parked, nothing will change. This is what massive action is all about. It's about starting with whatever you have, taking imperfect action, and trusting that as you move forward, things will fall into place. You don't have to have all the answers. You just have to be willing to take the first step. Let me share an example. Early in my career, I didn't have all the knowledge or resources I thought I needed to succeed. But I made a decision. I was going to take massive action. I didn't wait for the perfect plan. I didn't wait for the perfect conditions. I simply took the next step, and the next, and the next. And little by little, those small actions built momentum and created the results I wanted. One of the things Tony Robbins teaches is the idea of modeling. Find someone who's achieved what you want to achieve and take massive action toward learning from them and applying what they've done. But don't just learn, do. Take immediate action based on what you've learned and keep moving forward. You see, it's easy to sit back and plan. But what truly differentiates those who achieve greatness from those who don't is the ability to execute. Tony Robbins says, "The difference between a winner and a loser is that a winner takes action. A loser takes no action." You can spend years planning, researching, and thinking about your goals, but if you don't take massive action, you'll never reach them. So right now, I want you to think about one area of your life where you've been hesitant to take action. Maybe it's starting a new business, writing a book, getting in shape, or improving a relationship. Whatever it is, I challenge you to take massive action in that area today. Don't wait for perfection. Don't wait for the right moment. Just take that first step, then take the next. And the next. Massive action creates momentum, and momentum is one of the most powerful forces in the universe. Once you start, things begin to happen. Opportunities show up, solutions arise, and before you know it, you've achieved far more than you ever thought possible. Remember, success isn't a result of doing one big thing. It's the result of doing many small things consistently, taking massive action every single day. And the more action you take, the closer you'll get to the life you've always dreamed of. One of the most important qualities that successful people possess is adaptability. In a world that's constantly changing, the ability to adapt is essential for long-term success. Tony Robbins emphasizes that the quality of your life is the quality of your decisions, but the ability to make those decisions often comes down to how well you adapt to the circumstances around you. When we look at the most successful individuals, whether in business, sports, or entertainment, they are not necessarily the ones who have never faced failure, but the ones who have been able to adapt and pivot when needed. Tony often talks about the importance of changing your approach when your current strategies aren't yielding the results you want. It's about being open to new ideas, new methods, and new solutions. Think about this. When you set out to accomplish a big goal, it's not going to be a straight line to success. There will be setbacks, detours, and obstacles along the way. The key to overcoming these challenges is the ability to pivot, to change direction when necessary without losing sight of your ultimate goal. One of the most powerful examples of adaptability that Tony Robbins often shares is the story of Apple and its founder, Steve Jobs. In the early days of the company, Apple faced a lot of struggles and was even on the brink of collapse. But Jobs didn't give up. Instead, he adapted his vision for the company, focusing on creating products that were not only functional but also beautiful and user-friendly. His ability to adapt to the changing landscape of technology and consumer demand transformed Apple into one of the most successful companies in the world. Now, think about your own life. What challenges or setbacks have you faced recently? Have you been resisting change, or have you been willing to adapt? Tony Robbins teaches us that it's not the obstacles that define us, it's how we respond to them. If you face challenges with flexibility, curiosity, and a willingness to learn, you can turn any setback into an opportunity for growth. Sometimes, adaptability requires us to let go of old beliefs or ways of doing things that no longer serve us. Tony Robbins often says, "If you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always gotten." So if you want to achieve something new, you have to be willing to try something new. This could mean changing your business strategy, adopting new technologies, or even shifting your mindset about what's possible. Being adaptable doesn't mean giving up on your goals. It means being willing to adjust your methods and take different routes to get there. And this is where many people get stuck. They try to follow a rigid plan, and when things don't go as expected, they quit. But the key to success is knowing when to change course without losing sight of your destination. Think of adaptability like a river that flows around rocks. The river doesn't stop when it encounters an obstacle. It simply finds another way around it. You too have the ability to find new paths to success even when the original one doesn't work out. And in the process, you will grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Remember, the most successful people in the world didn't get to where they are by following a straight path. They adapted, they innovated, and they were willing to change when circumstances demanded it. Adaptability is not about abandoning your vision. It's about being flexible enough to find new ways to reach it. So today, I encourage you to reflect on your own life. Are you being flexible in the face of challenges? Are you open to adapting when things don't go as planned? Embrace change as a necessary part of growth, and watch how your ability to adapt will propel you to success. As we've journeyed through the principles that can transform your life, remember this. Success isn't about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about taking action, believing in your potential, and adapting when challenges arise. Every step you take, every decision you make, and every belief you hold has the power to shape your future. Tony Robbins' teachings remind us that you are in control of your destiny, and with the right mindset, focus, and determination, anything is possible. Now, it's time for you to take action. Don't just watch this video apply these principles in your life. Start today. Make the decision to move forward, no matter where you are right now. And if you found this video valuable, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more motivational content that will help you unlock your full potential. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this message, and let's continue the journey of growth together. Your best life is waiting. Take that first step now.